Okay, so I'm gonna be watching Brian react. I think it's like one of Minz's videos. I think it's talking about the recent to that chapter interlude teaser. Which is like showing obviously like the shades and everything, which is absolutely insane. Like I still can't believe they just released that randomly without teasing it at all. Because obviously with like a lot of things with like Skirk stuff and everything, they said they're gonna be releasing an animation and stuff. This just dropped like that just dropped out of like thin air. So I'm very interested to see like all the stuff I might have missed in it and stuff. So let's get straight into it.
Just uploaded a video about this, by the way, already. Oh my god, she f***ing did. Oh my god, she
All
did.
right.
Minsleaf, I'm yonking your video to watch. The Gods Limits, Law Analysis and Theories.
Because, like, oh my god, like, this was like I'd still, like, this was an absolutely insane trailer.
Genshin is revealing everything now.
If you want to watch my reaction to it, make sure you go check that out.
They are.
Genshin dropped this trailer at midnight, so guess who's not sleeping tonight?
Yeah, me.
I'm not sleeping. I
Me.
haven't even breathed properly
For me, it was at midday.
since watching it. The lore bombs in this teaser were
I think
That's the good thing about where I live. Is that everything that releases is at the intended time for China, because I'm in if you don't know, I'm in the same time zone as China, so everything that releases, or I guess Singapore as well, which is where Homeverse is based on. I'm in the same time zone as both of them. I'm in WA, so bro, I get everything at the intended time. It's great.
I haven't even breathed properly since watching it. The
Oh
lore
my
bombs
gosh,
in
she
this
looks so
teaser
good.
were
I think Min is actually holding the current world record. No cap here. The actual current Guinness World Record for the longest time holding their breath. I'm pretty sure she's been holding her breath since like 5.7 live stream when Dainsleaf was shown, and it's still going on now. It's pretty impressive.
absolutely insane. So without further ado, this is Minslev's initial thoughts and lore breakdown of the Teyvat chapter interlude
Like
teaser.
this was so lore heavy, it was
Let's start with-
ridiculous.
Can I just point out as
Because this also shows like because we already knew like Nod-Krai was going to be a lore heavy, and we're going to get so much stuff to progress the story. We're going to get stuff that fills in like the blanks. There's a lot of stuff that fills in like the loose ends and everything. Like this is going to be like the lore nation or the lore area. But then they chuck in the shades on top of that, and the shades are going to be intervening with stuff and everything. And Piero's in there, and Columbina's Nod-Krai as well. This just adds to the more insane amount of lore that we already thought we were going to get. Like, we already thought we were going to get 100% of lore. This is now cranked up to 300%.
well, guys, I'm pretty sure we're still going to get like a Nod-Krai teaser. This is not the end. We're still going to get...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we got the 5.8 live stream, which always shows the next region off. So that's the insane thing.
More information, bro. It's insane. Because this isn't even a Nod-Krai teaser. This is the Teyvat chapter interlude teaser. It's not even Nod-Krai.
It's one of the biggest lore drops. The four
I
shining
cannot
shades.
wait.
This
Yep.
is the first time
The
we've
5.8 live stream, no one will care about the whole live stream. The only thing people are going to care about is the last like 2 minutes. It's going to be fucking hilarious. It's going to be like mid-patch, but the ending.
actually seen them. The four shades are divine envoys of the heavenly
They all look so
principles.
good.
They are beautiful, bro.
Nibirius,
Oh yeah, someone told me in the comments as well. Sorry, I'm pausing a lot. My brain's going crazy right now because of this. Is that yeah? So I didn't know until like the comments told me it was like the sustainer of heavenly principles and the heavenly principles are two different things. Because I always thought the sustainer of heavenly principles was just the heavenly principles, but they are two different people. So they're both females. So yeah, we've got the heavenly principles who is still asleep, and the sustainer of heavenly principles who's obviously still awake. I always thought the sustainer of heavenly principles was like asleep, and then it was like, oh my god, she's awake. Like, and then I was like, wait, why are they saying she's like asleep? Why? Like, yeah, why say she's asleep when we just saw her awake? But that was the sustainer of heavenly principles who was spying on Ether and Lamine, and the heavenly principles is awake. Is asleep. Sorry, the heavenly principles is asleep. Sorry, I was confused on that. I didn't know there were two different people. But yeah, that makes sense. All right, that makes sense. So we've got the four shades. The heavenly principles made the four shades. Yeah.
the ruler of life,
Sorry.
Renova, the ruler of death,
Yep.
Istaroth,
Had
the
to go
ruler
over
of
that.
time, and Asmodee, the ruler of space. It's implied that
I don't know
the
why. All I can think of is Asmongold, where she says that Asmodee. Oh my god, I don't know why.
Death,
Yep.
Istaroth, the ruler of time, and Asmodee, the ruler of space. It's implied that the heavenly principles either created or split them off from itself, making them extensions of divine will, and they're even more powerful than the seven archons. First,
I wouldn't be
Crazy.
surprised if they are some of the most powerful entities in Teyvat and out of Teyvat. I think these are going to be incredibly strong.
I like that. I saw something. I think it was in Brandon Line's comments. Someone was like, "Bro, Ryandotter is so overpowered. It's like she's a sinner, she's a part of the Hexen Circle, and she's one of the 4 shades." It's like, it's so true though. She's like so over fucking powered. It's ridiculous. It's like, bro. I love it. So commented that. Was like, holy shit, so true.
Entities in Teyvat and out of Teyvat. I think these are going to be incredibly strong, if not like.
But meeting the Heavenly Principles is going to be more insane, I feel like. But I just can't believe they just showed off all of their designs. Like, oh my
literally
God.
World defining.
Step Nibirius, the ruler of life. After the war with the dragon sovereigns, Nibirius took over the primordial sea and created Egeria, the first Hydro Archon, to replace the Hydro Dragon at that time.
Yep.
Later on, Egeria, creator of the Oceanids, gave them humanoid forms so they could live among humans.
Oh, this is going to be a very good lore recap for the people that don't know about the shades. I had a lot of comments on the video saying, I don't even know who these people are. How do I learn about them?
But Celestia didn't like that. They saw that as a sin. As punishment, Celestia prophesied that Fontaine would be dissolved for her actions. We don't know if Nibirius was involved in her punishment, but it was ordered by Celestia. At some point after the cataclysm, Nibirius's heart was discovered by Ryandotter and Albedo.
So she did the first thing that comes to mind, of course, when you find a literal shade's heart in a dark cavern somewhere while you're on an adventure with your son. Took it home, prepped it, you know, slow cooked it for a bit, and fucking ate the shit.
Oh, I didn't know that's how I mean, it's interesting to explain. I didn't know it was that. I didn't know Ryandotter just found Nibirius's heart. I didn't know it was that. I thought that she, like, defeated her and then, or somehow just, like, absorbed her. I didn't know it was, like, she, like, ate her heart. Excuse me? I actually didn't know it was that. How
crazy,
that happened.
Ryandotter is one of the 5 sinners of Conria and a genius alchemist behind creations like Durin, Albedo, Elenas, and the Rift Wolves, just to name a few.
Yep.
She's also
the Rift Wolves. The best enemy in the game, am I right?
part of the Hexen Circle Witch Coven. After finding
She's got more titles than the Traveler at this point, by the way.
Nibirius's heart, Ryandotter
and child.
It's like Ryandotter of Camriar, the Sinner, the Witch of the Hexen Circle, and now the Shade of Life.
Albedo with a message to uncover
part
the
of
truth of this world. At some point, she devoured the heart and fused with Nibirius. Ryandotter's design now reflects that merge and the concept of life and creation. Their shared realm of consciousness is full of DNA strands. She has chromosomal eyes, a gold X for Ryandotter, and an indigo upside down Y for Nibirius.
Oh, I did say during the thing, I was like, oh, she has 2 different colored eyes. One of them probably represents Ryandotter, one of them Nibirius. I did think that was probably the reason. But that's interesting. Ryandotter like, I mean, it makes sense. Ryandotter the gold one. Who would have guessed? But yeah, that's cool. How I didn't realize there was like X and Y and upside down Y. That's cool.
Nibirius complains about being used as a power source, saying, although merging with you has stripped me of agency, I shall still continue to voice my disapproval. And what's really weird is that
she could do that, honestly. I think it's such a unique gimmick that they've done with this.
And it's so cool because she has like a screen behind her. She's so futuristic as well, which is something you don't see in like really in Genshin. I mean, fucking motorbike. But besides from that, even the motorbike looks like more like modern, not futuristic like what Nibirius and Ryandotter look like. Like they look so high tech. It's kind of crazy.
Obviously, merging is not necessarily gimmick's the wrong word, but you'll see what I mean when I try and explain myself on little to no sleep.
Ryandotter playable when? ? Well, all the shades playable when?
I think it's very fucking interesting.
Imagine that. The first 4 characters, the first 3 characters for Nod-Krai, well, besides for Inefa, are the shades. Imagine that. 6.0, the shades are released.
It kind of makes it
so funny.
Slightly more obvious to me now that I'm pretty sure
I'll
Nibirius
trample
was
for all of them,
okay
by the
with
way.
being eaten. Okay, that sounds really weird, but you know what I mean. I feel like we had this theory cooking for a little bit before, and people were like, oh my god, Ryandotter just ate the heart? That's insane. I'm pretty sure Nibirius was okay with it, to kind of in a similar sense of like Capitano merging with the ley lines, right? Ryandotter merging with Nibirius is something that will benefit the 2 of them in some way, shape, or form that we have probably yet to discover, but will discover. I do think it's a mutual exchange.
Zeroth and Renova tolerate her.
Yeah, I guess so, but she doesn't seem to, I guess, like she's not too pleased with the actions she takes afterwards.
Being Nibirius had no choice but to merge with someone to survive. Was her heart the only piece left of her? Was Rhine-Daughter the only compatible host? Speaking of Renova,
I think Rhine-Daughter would have been the only one to be able to like to know exactly what to do. She is, I think,
and probably
correct me if I'm
withstand
wrong
the
here,
power
isn't
as
she
well.
literally the most like prolific alchemist in known history, like the best?
tolerating
sure.
her, Renova, the ruler of death, was introduced in the Natlan Archon quests.
Yup.
She helped establish the Night Kingdom and assisted Xbalanque, the first Pyro Archon, in building Natlan's divine laws, laws that let anyone become an Archon through the pilgrimage of the Sacred Flame. She also assisted the Lord of the Night in creating the Night Kingdom.
Yeah,
But
she did.
Renova also cursed the full-blooded Conrians with immortality during the Cataclysm, condemning them to rot for eternity.
Surely she had
cursed
reasons, right?
everyone, even if only a
Yeah,
few
it's just maybe one of them just cheated on her. Maybe Piero cheated on her, you know, and she got pissed. Which I mean makes sense. She got pissed, you know. No, maybe Piero and Renova just had a disagreement. I mean, happens, right? It happens.
who were truly responsible. In the trailer, Istaroth warns Renova that someone is watching her. Renova, all smug, says, "Whose gaze could pierce this far?" And
I don't even know if it was smug. It
No, I don't
genuinely
think it
sounded
was,
slightly worried to me.
there we see
Yeah, she sounded confused. Like, huh? Like what? She sounded like confused and worried. Not. Yeah.
Piero,
Upper.
director
Hell
of
yeah,
the
brother.
Fatui, standing there like he's about
That's so
to crack
cool.
her teeth.
So cool.
Rhine-Daughter thinks he might have moved on from his old obsessions, but let's be real. He
No,
definitely hasn't.
you curse his entire nation. You know, you destroy his entire nation that he's a part of, and you curse all of his people and him. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna ever live that down for eternity. By the way, he's gonna live forever. Yeah, I don't think he's ever living that down. He's never letting that go, bro.
Yeah, and she could tell.
That was not the gaze of a man who lets go of his grudges. Before this, Renova's presence was just ominous red eyes in the sky. Now we see her full form.
In all of its glory.
Gotta be honest, out of all three of them, she looks the best of it. I love her design so much. She looks so good with that, like the wings, like oh my god. Which yeah, I know someone did like say that ages ago. Maybe it was Brand who said it. Like it definitely does look like the statue in Inazuma. But it's just, she looks so good. She's definitely my favorite. I guess my two favorites are definitely her and Asmodee. 100%. Those are my two favorites. Out of the four. Oh my god, they both look so good. Maybe I'm just into the white hair. I don't know.
This was just ominous red eyes in the sky. Now we see her full form.
In all of its glory, baby.
And her wings are identical to the statue of the omnipresent god in
Yeah.
What a shock. Oh my goodness. Almost as if somebody, and many people actually, called this a while ago.
Inazuma, which
I heard that, I heard that during, I think it was, during Brand's video. I'm not sure if it was during, like, after the Archon quest, like, at the end of it, like, someone told him, and then he looked and was like, oh my god, it is true, but I got it from Brand Online's video. I'm like, oh my god, true.
A has some
Oh my God,
explaining to do. As the Electro Archon, A is the god of eternity.
People go really quiet when shit like this drops. The people that are like, no, it's clearly just A. It's not anybody else. It was A. It's stated that this
And they're
statue
like,
is of A and nothing else. They go real quiet when actual law comes out to disprove that, right? Or to at least to allude that it's not. Real quiet.
She claims that eternity is closest to the heavenly principles, but that seems contradictory, doesn't it? The four shades represent the structural forces of the world, the rules of the world. They
Yep.
are the aspects of the heavenly principles. Everything
You'll notice this as
the
well, by the
rules
way.
of the world. They are the
In this scene here, you can actually see if I move my camera a bit. These steps are actually dimmed out. Like the three sets of stairs where everybody is are glowing gold, but the ones where the shade is missing are not lit up.
Maybe it's because she hasn't entered the area. Maybe it's just because the Asmodee just hasn't entered. She hasn't entered the vicinity. So the stairs are like, man, iron. The stairs are just not having it, bro. Maybe okay. Scrap that last part. Obviously, that was a joke, but I feel like maybe it's just because she's up there.
aspects
I don't know.
of the heavenly principles.
Obviously, she's not
Everything
dead,
in
but-
existence is shaped by them. Life begins, time moves, space shifts, and death comes for all.
It
For
does.
any of these forces to function, change is necessary, which makes them the complete opposite of a still unchanging eternity. But A, in her grief, rejects that change. After losing her sister and friends, she
A is one of the most tragic stories, bro.
turns to eternity, an illusion of permanence. No change, no loss, no decay. A state where life is
Like her and
frozen,
Skirk
never growing or
as well.
aging.
Skirk's
Death is
Skirk's
denied.
backstory is insane.
Time
God,
Just take it or
so
leave
messed
it.
up.
What do you call a ship between Rhindoter and the Shade of Space? Esmond X Gold. The pale laugh.
I hate it here.
Oh my god, that is insane. I've said Asmongold like so many times. I didn't even think of that. That's insane.
Esmond X Gold. The pale laugh.
That's
I hate
insane.
it here.
is paused.
That's
Space
wild.
remains untouched.
Oh,
Eternity
bro.
is-
Asmongold is in Genshin confirmed. He has to play the game now. He has to. He's in the game.
Yeah.
Is paused. Space remains untouched. Eternity is stasis. And to A, that stasis is sacred.
beautiful.
Stasis is stillness. Stillness is sleep. The heavenly principles is asleep. Therefore, A's eternity is a mirror of the heavenly principles' sleep. And that's why she considers eternity to be the closest to the heavenly principles.
Such a good, like, connection there, bro.
But the reason
Why don't you just fly up, eh? Just go up there. Like, you, like... You know, like... Why hasn't the Varlin just flown up there? they're probably getting killed. Yeah. Oh, that'd be funny. It just says flies up there. Just imagine that. The only thing you had to do was just get the Varlin and just fly up there, and that's it.
reason A retreated into eternity was because she experienced great loss.
Loss, grief.
So this begs the question, what did the heavenly principles lose to fall so deeply asleep? Back to
Good question. Dude, the
She might have not. Maybe lost a lot of power. Maybe. I feel like maybe she didn't lose. I gotta be honest. I don't know.
fact that we're gonna get heavenly.
Okay, so sorry about that. With that weird cut there, my computer just shut itself down, so a bit of the recording did disappear. But I'll go back to where it cut off.
back to
Good question. Dude, the fact that we're gonna get heavenly principles law in Nod-Krai.
Renova.
Jesus.
Let's take a quick look at her design.
I am
Why'd the
so
fucking screen do
excited.
that shit? God damn.
Bitrate, YouTube bitrate.
The fact that we're gonna get more shades and heavenly principles law is making me so excited, dude. So
I am
Renova's
so
eye
excited
features
for
a
it as well.
seven-pointed star, possibly a heptagram. At first glance, it might reference the seven archons, but its meaning
Okay.
might
Thing is, I already technically saw this bit of the video. It's just I just gone back
run
for it.
deeper. The heptagram appears in several religious and esoteric traditions. In alchemy, the heptagram is seen on the robe of the Archangel Michael when featured on the Temperance Tarot card. In
Oh, interesting. Bro, I didn't even pick up on that. I thought it looked more like a flower than a star.
Hermetic alchemy, tempering reflects the principle from one do all things originate, by one are all mediated. In other words, everything comes from a singular source, similarly to how the shades all
Interesting.
originate from the heavenly principles. In Kabbalist Judaism, it symbolizes the relationship between the infinite God and the finite universe. Kabbalah is a type of esoteric mysticism. Book of Esoteric Revelations, anyone? That
Oh, interesting, bro. I haven't thought about that quest in so long. That was the Melusine quest.
Oh,
from Team, right?
this
my
quest.
goodness.
Oh, jeez. I didn't remember this quest at
when
all.
we went into the other world, the abyssal place. Oh God.
explores how the divine connects to the world. Gnosticism, another major inspiration for Genshin, has
Yep.
similar themes. In Islam, the heptagram represents the first 7 verses of the Quran. In Catholicism, it's been used as a protective symbol to keep evil away. But in
Interesting.
Renova's case, the heptagram is upside down,
Oh,
Wait, how could you? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, because the fucking never mind.
which usually means the opposite of something holy. Flipping a sacred symbol often
True.
suggests rebellion or
Yeah.
corruption.
It's like with the upside down
Cross.
Christian cross, right?
yeah.
Given her name Renova is a reference to Renove,
Or like
a
turning like a flag upside down. or
demon
something.
from the Lesser Key of Solomon, a
Ugh.
real-world book that lists the names and ranks of demons.
Sick.
Many of Genshin's gods and archons are
Suspicious.
Yeah, it's so interesting because I've noticed that Venti had the same VA in English, like Venti and Istroth had the same VA in English, but apparently it has the same VA across every single language, which is very interesting. Every single language, very interesting.
This individual, by the way, suspicious.
Named
Interesting,
after beings from this text. Because I'm too tired to think
Like-
about a better transition,
Like, I don't know if it's like, if they're the same person. I don't know if they're like the same person, or it's like they originate from the. I don't know. Or maybe it's like the same person. It's like there were one person, but they got split, right? I don't know.
let's talk about Istaroth, the
Okay.
ruler of time. Probably my favorite design out of all the shades.
Baseman sleeve. Oh my god, I knew you were so fucking.
Oh,
base.
no, I
knew it.
think
Listen,
it's Ruler
very
of
close
Death,
between
bro.
Renova and Istaroth for me. I love the hair literally disappearing like sands of time in an hourglass at the bottom. It is one of my favorite fucking features of all of these shades. It's
They all
so
look good,
cool.
though.
Also,
They look
the
very, very
sundial and the star in the sun. You can't see it because of my camera, but you'll see it in a second. Bro, she's so cool.
Istaroth was worshipped in
And I bet she sings.
both Mondstadt and Enkonomiya.
Oh
before
god,
and even
freaking Istroth enters the game because of freaking Disney film.
during the reign
Please
of the Seven
no.
Archons. Ironically, over time, Istaroth was
Oh, because you're talking about Venti. Yeah, okay, don't worry.
forgotten, and Barbados came to be seen as Mondstadt's sole deity. Yet, among the shades, Istaroth seems the most involved in Tevat's history. She
Yep.
protected Enkonomiya after its fall and may have guided Barbados during the early days of his rule.
Definitely.
She assisted in the growth of the sacred sakura tree in Inazuma.
Yep.
After Enkonomiya
And
was cast
also
into
with
darkness,
Skirk as
their
well.
prayers went
No, 5.7. Fuck. I don't know why I thought of Skirk's quest. No, the 5.7 quest.
unanswered by the heavenly principles and the other shades, but only Istaroth continued to respond. Devotees known as the scribes of Tokuyo Ukami thoroughly recorded the passage of time, preserving
She's done a lot, dude. Jesus.
history in her name. Interestingly, the dangling pieces in her halo resemble clock hands and ink pen nibs. I don't know, I feel like
Oh, I didn't even realize the fountain pen nibs, bro. That's interesting. I guess it makes sense, right? If she's the ruler of time, she can. It's like the hands are time, and then the pen nibs are like writing. You can rewrite time.
I'm just seeing things at this point from how sleepy I am, possibly symbolizing her role in timekeeping and
Yep.
written historical record.
Yep.
This might connect to the moment where Renova asks her, "Why did you bestow history upon them?" To which Istaroth replies, "I had to find some way to pass the time." She could be referring to humanity or the twins who were separated at the beginning of Genshin's story.
Yeah, it's such. There's going to be so much answered, hopefully, in the next like year. I think.
Oh my
from
god,
the
yeah.
start of Nod-Krai to the end of Nod-Krai, bro.
I mean, we're probably gonna get stuff from a Nefer as well, thinking
keep
about
up,
it.
dude. I'm
The Nefer
excited
get
for
a quest.
5.8. I think we're probably going to get a summer event. 6.0 can't come fucking quick enough, bro. Like, I'm
True.
telling you right now,
True,
I'm
true,
going to
true.
enjoy 5.8 for what it is, but I'm telling you, 5 out of 6 of those weeks are going to go so fucking slow. Holy shit, dude.
Hinting at her deeper role in shaping
Ain't going
Tevat's
on the
timeline.
Gibbs player,
Speaking
right?
of separating twins, the unknown god finally has a name.
Yep.
Asmodee, the ruler of space.
How? Question, because we fucking knew this for the longest time. We knew that Asmodee was the name of the unknown god. How did we know?
Yeah, I
it
do.
dated?
Yeah, wait, what? How did people know that? This is the first time during the animation was the first time I ever heard the name
Like
Asmodee.
when the game came out? What is this? I can't remember. It was a data mine? This shit was data mined fucking 5 years ago almost. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Thank God I didn't hear that then. Thank God I didn't hear anything about that
That's
then.
insane.
We learn she's gone missing, may
thank
have
God.
switched sides, and possibly loves her new master more than herself, which
Yep.
is very suspicious. Here's my take on the timeline based
Wonder
on
how-
what
yeah, I
we
wonder
learned
who
from
that
this
is.
trailer. 500 years ago, as Celestia prepared to strike Conria, the nation seemed to anticipate the attack. The sibling was meant to lead Conria to victory, but during the cataclysm, they left to awaken the traveler from sleep and urged them to flee Tevat.
Yep.
Before they could escape, they were stopped by Asmodee, the Sustainer, and forcibly separated. The traveler only reawakens months before the game begins, with Paimon as their sole companion. The
I'm very curious what the Traveler did in the 2 months before the game. Like, where did he go? Like, where did he travel? Like, because I'm just curious. Like, where did he where did he go? Where did he travel in the 2 months prior to the game? I know, obviously, he was like learning the language, but from Paimon. But very curious on what he did Instead of, draw that drawing.
Shades hold regular meetings, but following her encounter with the twins, Asmodee goes missing. The other shades suspect she's switched sides, now opposing the heavenly principles, and believe she has...
Oh, that's with, like, the new master? That's, like, I guess going into, like, the new master. But who could a new master be? Dainsley. I'm interested.
Master. One she may love more than herself. Two possibilities.
Oh, two possibilities. I'm curious what Min's gonna say.
Yeah,
here.
I'm curious.
Asmodee's new master come to mind at this initial
Lamine.
moment.
Is she gonna say the same as me, where it is either the Traveler or Dainsleif, maybe?
Oh my god, I said those as a joke. I said literally those two as a joke. I didn't say Traveler, I said Lamine, which is for me the evil twin. Well, the Abyss.
Is Nibelung, the ancient
Oh. Okay.
Dragon King who once led the Seven Sovereigns, introduced the Abyss to Teyvat and fell to the Heavenly Principles in the Great War of Vengeance. If he survived in spirit, claiming the ruler of space would be the ultimate strike against the Heavenly Principles. The second suspect is...
Claiming the ruler
of space would be the ultimate in the Great War of Vengeance.
You mean
if he survived in spirit, claiming the ruler of space would be the ultimate strike against the Heavenly Principles.
You mean by claiming, like have her like, I can't put into words.
It would, but Asmodee loving Nibelung more than herself. That's interesting.
The second suspect
maybe she likes the concept of Nibelung, of like what he represented.
Is far closer. The Traveler.
Yeah.
During the Space and Time Archon quest, Paimon insists she lost the Traveler, yet Asmodee somehow overhears the twins' private exchange. A possible theory is that Paimon and Asmodee are fragments of the same being, cast down after separating the twins.
This is a good point that I actually kind of forgot about, guys. So, Paimon...
What if Paimon's just a spy? Paimon is just a spy, and that Asmodee sent down.
And Asmodee, I don't think can be one in the same. Not one in the literal same.
Thing is, they seem different, though. They look different. I mean, obviously they both have white hair, but they both seem different to me.
Because of that, nobody else has those powers that we've seen, especially in that visual aesthetic. It would just be Asmodee. So I guess a fragment would make more sense. I think it's each other's alter ego. Maybe it'd be kind of like Rhindaughter and Nibirius. Not that one is good and bad, I guess, necessarily, because we don't know Nibirius and what she's done in the past. Asmodee and Paimon may very well be like Ruka and Nahida. True. Yeah, true.
And Asmodee are fragments of the same being, cast down after separating the twins.
But they were identical, though, right? Nahida and Ruka Nevada were technically identical, right? They looked identical. I know, but I'm talking about, like, not obviously because she took on her form, but it's like they look identical. And so does, like, the Tribi situation. They look pretty much all identical, except for the eyes and the personalities. But Paimon and Asmodee don't look identical to me.
Of name and power, then rescued by the very descender she condemned. What began as divine judgment may have turned into personal loyalty.
It is also true that both do have a demon name of their own. That is very true. You need to check today's date and the atomic number for gold. The atomic number for gold is 79. Bro. That's fucking insane. 7-9.
Oh, okay, because it came out on the 9th of the 7th. Or the 7th of the... No, yeah, 9th of the 7th. But, like, thing is, for me, I would have never pieced that together anyway, because for me, I do 9-7. That's how I do it. That's how, like, I don't do 7-9. That's, like, American, bro. So... Oh, man, I would never piece that together. But I guess in American, that makes sense.
7-9. Even if it's not true, it's just cool.
Yeah.
Even genuine love?
I mean, a lot of things are just coincidence, like the other trailer. Was coincidence,
Asmodee, we have no way of knowing how much of her former life she actually remembers. Either scenario means Asmodee has broken faith with Celestia, a breach made easier since the Heavenly Principles is asleep. Around the same time, Saritza plans to strike, and no one is more eager to see those plans set in motion than Piero, the Jester. Once a royal mage of Conria, he witnessed its fall, endured Renova's curse of immortality.
I'd endure Renova's curse of immortality, to be honest. I think that is something that I would do for her. I honestly, dude, I think I could fix her. Maybe.
and abandon the
Think so?
foundational principles of this world.
Oh,
to build
she
the
would not agree with
Fatui
that one.
Tsaritsa. His monologue at the end of the trailer
You know what? She doesn't even need fixing, bro. She's perfect.
That's what I'm saying. She doesn't even.
is insane.
I mean,
He
she wouldn't
ridicules
agree
the
to it
idea
anyway.
That a god's gaze is a
She'll kill you
blessing.
instantly.
It is said that when mortals look directly upon the gods, they invite wrath and retribution. He brushes this notion off because he's already witnessed worse. He ponders, if merely gazing upon a god brings death,
Bro, I'm freaking out. Min, you haven't slept since like 5.7 live stream, have you? Holy shit. You can breathe now. You can breathe. You know, I just want to let you know.
what must it cost to kill one? He and the Tsaritsa
I'm
declare
curious what
even
would be the cost. Is there a cost, or if you kill a god, would you take over the god's position? Right? I don't know. I feel like there might not even be a cost. Like it could just be a gain. You know, you could gain the powers of that god you kill. I don't know. I'm
the
just saying,
gods
I'm
have
yapping.
their limits, transforming fear of the divine into the will to defy it. They're basically going to try to kill the heavenly principles while it sleeps.
Yeah.
According to the Pale Star Edict, the Tsaritsa has summoned all harbingers to convene in Nod-Krai, and surprisingly,
Honestly, maybe not even while it sleeps, because Piero's very aware that gazing upon the gods invokes the wrath of the gods, right? I don't even necessarily think he wants to do it while they're asleep.
it's the Fatui's mission to locate Columbina, the missing third harbinger.
I think it's just aura farming.
In the final moments of the trailer, we glimpse her standing in a field of white flowers, glitching like Arlecchino and her idol. It's
Yup.
an eerie
Ooh, good.
True.
fucking
Oh, wow,
thought.
yeah.
Bro, I was sat here thinking, why is she glitching? I forgot about Arlecchino's glitching in her idol animation too. Good pickup.
image, and the fact
I
that
didn't
the
think about
Fatui
it,
are
yeah.
explicitly ordered to keep the Frost Moon Scions away from her might hint at something deeper. I put this theory at the end because it might have the most copium. I'm
Okay.
basically relying on more assumptions and loose connections rather than solid confirmed lore. As I'm writing this, it's 4 a.m. Just keep that in mind. The
Yeah.
Frost Moon Scions, also called Moon Children, worship the Frost Moon, one of Tevat's 3 ancient lunar goddesses. According to legend, these 3 moon sisters were some of the original gods of the world before Tevat was taken over by the heavenly principles. Their fall shattered the balance of the world, and with them, the Sealies fell too. The Sealies, once angels, were cursed after 2 beings known as the First Angel and the Voyager fell in love. They lost their forms, voices, and wisdom, becoming drifting wisps that lead us to treasure. But
Yep.
maybe not all Sealies degraded equally. When you guide Sealies back to their pedestals, it's called their Sealy Court, a name that echoes the idea of a royal court. Records of Jueyun talk about a lunar palace, and in a palace, there's a royal court, a Sealy Court. Perhaps
Royal Sealies?
those who once belonged to the nobility of that Sealy court held enough lunar essence to resist full decay. Columbina may be one of those exceptions. Unlike the tiny Sealy we guide back to pedestals, Columbina retains a full humanoid form.
Do you think also
She does have wings
this
on
is
her hair.
Really weird.
I think
thought
that's
right
just a
now,
bow
and
tie or
honestly,
something.
there's probably already lore. in the
Sorry,
game.
if you're wondering why I was like silent the whole time, was trying to listen.
This is a really weird thought right now, and honestly, there's probably already lore in the game to kind of disprove this. It's just a thought that I literally just had on a whim.
Let's hear it.
Obviously, when it comes to the Fatui Harbingers, they're no stranger to Kamriar and Kamrians. What would happen if you had an angel from Kamriar that was cursed with the curse of immortality? And that's why we're not allowed to see her eyes, because she has Kamrian eyes. Could that be a thing or nah? That'd be awesome, to be honest. Is it disproven? It's a different curse. I know, but this is what I'm saying. What if, like, she's affected by both curses? That's what I mean. She could just be blind. Yeah, so can fucking Ryzen, bro. Like, of course. Why would she hide her eyes? I don't know. No one knows. But that's what I'm saying. If she has Kamrian eyes and doesn't want people to know that, that'd be
Yeah, I
cool,
was gonna
right? I don't care how realistic
Doesn't want to
it
be seen
sounds.
as a Kamrian.
Could it be a thing? Could it be possible?
The finale in the Deep Galleries artifact set mentioned how with the powers of the Frost Moon, the first angel and the Voyager once spun fallen moonlight into flawless flesh and blood for their creations.
Do you think there is a possibility if Paimon is Asmodee or just a fragment, the traveler may need to eat her heart in order to gain the power of the Shade of Space in order to...
The Japanese goes, all right, Paimon, you are emergency food now. Bah, bah. Freaking just punches her to the wall repeatedly. Bah, bah. Oh my- I did that way too graphic, didn't I?
to reunite with Lumen.
That'd be
Since
insane.
Jason jokes so much
Just looks at Paimon instantly without warning.
about Paimon being emergency food.
When Albedo told us that Ryandotter ate the heart of Nibirius to fuse I literally said, I wonder if that's why Paimon's called emergency food, so that we eventually have to eat her. I said it as a joke. It kind of sucked, though, realistically speaking. Can you imagine?
Be so small.
Eat
The
Paimon's
heart's so small.
heart, we fuse the powers. She is Asmodee, and then
Paimon's heart is nowhere close to a full meal. I'm just saying, like, it'd be so small.
we get the powers of space. But then, just like Rhindaughter and fucking Nibirius, Paimon's just...
Unless Paimon in herself is the heart. Bump, bump.
always there in our heads all the fucking time and can take over us whenever. Maybe we should... Christ.
So already there's an association between a high-status angel and one of the moon goddesses.
Oh god.
Dotore turned Scaramouche into a near god by fusing him with a gnosis, proof that the Fatui are actively experimenting with how to sustain broken or artificial divinity. It's possible that Sarita discovered Columbina as a fading Seelie Wisp and found a way to stabilize her original form, but heard glitching at the end of the trailer or artificial divinity. It's possible that Sarita discovered Columbina as a fading Seelie Wisp and found a way to stabilize her original form, but her glitching at the end of the trailer may be a visual clue that that form isn't permanent. And
good thought. This place also, Min.
Or hold on.
You were talking about the Frost.
That looks like one of the places in Natland as well.
Yeah, people were saying that they thought these might be Intevats, but now when I took a closer look, they really don't look like it. But this does look like the Frost Moon Scions place, right? Because this looks like the plants that we saw in one of the previous image teasers, which are like crescent moons, and like it's got like the lights coming off it and stuff. It's very, very cool.
On it is beginning to slip. In the Song of the Welkin Moon event, it's said that from the ashes of the shattered 3 moons, a new moon would rise, one that would spin the wheel of fate anew. Skirk herself mentions that while 2 of Tevat's moons are shattered, their fragments drifting behind the full sky, the Frost Moon remains intact but lifeless. Its will still lingers, waiting for something or someone to awaken it. So, what if Columbina is that new moon that will carry on the will of the Frost Moon?
Yeah, this could be very cool.
If the angels fell when the moons fell, there's a parallel there. And it might stand to reason that an angelic being could serve as the vessel for the Frost Moon's lingering will. Columbina and the Frost Moon combined make the new moon. And that would explain why the Fatui are so adamant about keeping the Frost Moon Scions away. If the Frost Moon Scions knew what Columbina could potentially become, if they recognized her as the vessel of their lost goddess, they might try to reclaim her, thereby interfering with whatever the Sarita plans next. Okay, I hope you all
good theory, man.
Oh, it's interesting.
Good stuff.
I'm your sleepy lorekeeper Minsliff, and I'm going to bed now.
Yeah, go to bed, man. Go to bed. Holy, bro, that is insane. Guys, go check out the video.
I'm so excited for Nod-Krai, bro.
And subscribe to Min. Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
Let me...
Blood.
Wait, okay, so I was trying to watch it to see if like it was like confirmed. Wait, so is Columbina like a Seelie or like something similar to a Seelie? Is that like confirmed or something? I was trying to look back to see if Minsliff confirmed it, because I was thinking about that in the last bit. I was like, did Minsliff like confirm that? I'm not sure, but let me know. Is Columbina like actually a Seelie or not? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I am very excited for I was gonna say Natland, but Nod-Krai, because it's gonna be so good. Oh, I feel like next patch, even during the quests, even during like Innefa's quest, I feel like we're gonna get a lot of stuff. Because Innefa is from Nod-Krai, so I am so excited. Like the lore just got even more lore, like is loring even more than I thought it would ever be. But yeah, let me know what what you think is gonna happen. Let me know. Let me know how excited you are for Nod-Krai, because I am very excited. It's gonna fill in all the blanks, and for a person who never reads the books in the game, this is gonna help a lot. Yeah, guys, we'll see you next one. Peace.